spends hours of film. I've watched more Belmont games now than I've watched at Beverly. You know, and these guys executed the game plan. We've played tough man-to-man defense the entire season. That's been our calling card. You know, guys that have seen us play like Nick, you know, he knows it's all about defense. If we could keep them off the perimeter and keep them out of the paint, very similar game plan to when we beat Burlington, because Burlington had a lot of shooters, undersized, and we wanted to keep them out of the paint so they couldn't kick out the shooters, and we did an amazing job of that tonight. I don't know how many threes they hit. I know they had 0 in the first half, maybe 3 or 4 late. So that was the game plan defensively, and it just worked to a T.
You were very aggressive off the glass. Is that something, you know, you felt that coming into the game you were more aggressive than they were as a team?
I think so, and that was part of the game plan, is we had to use our physicality with Duncan and Jack and Austin. We went with a big lineup tonight. I'll tell you right now, I don't care what anybody says, Jack Crowley is the best rebounder in the state. In the state, he's 6'2 and a half, and he averages 14, 15 rebounds a game. I know there's other guys out there that put up, he is the best rebounder in the state, bar none. Why? Because he's relentless, and he has the heart to go get it done. For somebody to have 15 rebounds a game in the NEC, and throughout this tournament, he had 20 last game. I can't even imagine how many he had tonight. You know, he's the best rebounder in the state. I wouldn't take anybody over him in that category. You rebound the ball after you have a good defensive possession, that's the big key to the game. And we wanted to get out and push the ball in transition. I know they like to push the ball as well, but it's a lot harder to push the ball in transition, you know, against our solid defense. When we're back, we're set, we're relentless, we're ready to go. We limited them to one shot a majority of the game. Got a little out of hand late, but that's because they were really jacking from the outside, a lot of long rebounds. I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I mean, you know, every game it's like they're breaking more school records. You know, I know a lot of people didn't think these guys could get it done, you know, and I mean, I can't even say enough about these guys and how hard they work. I think anybody that watches this team play, the first thing they're going to say is, damn, does Beverly play hard? And that, the talent will take care of itself, but you got to play hard first, and these guys do.
You guys came out and stepped on their throat right out of the gate, especially, you know, like you said, on the defensive end, but the offense was clicking too. I mean, how huge was it to get off of that quick start?
It's huge, and it all comes from attacking the glass. We attack the offensive boards, we attack the basket. You know, we didn't want to settle for perimeter shots. That's not us. We'll take them if they're there, but it has to come off of inside-out game. You know, we have to attack the basket. We got to live through Jack, Austin, and Duncan, and that's what we did.
Yeah, Jack obviously was the best player on the court in the first half. Duncan looked like the best player on the court in the second half. I mean, what's it like to have both those guys come through for you?
It's excellent. That's how you become the North champion. I can assure you it wasn't me. I can assure you it's those guys that are scoring the basketball, rebounding the basketball, and defending the ball. You know, I had 0 points. It's those guys. You know, find me a team that's won a championship without solid players like those guys. It just doesn't happen. You know, I can't say enough about these guys, you know. Man, I'm just so happy for these guys. I'm so happy for the city of Beverly. You know, this whole last couple of weeks, it's been like fucking Friday night, excuse my language, but it's been like Friday Night Lights. You know, guys at gas stations that say, hey, we're watching the game on TV, and guys making your sub, they're like, hey, we're rooting for you, we got to go home and watch the game. It's awesome. You know, these guys had a whole community and a whole city, you know, backing them. That's what it's all about, and that's what makes it so fun and special for these guys.
Matt, what about their backcourt pressure? Different looks during the game, but they're pretty intense.
They do. They do a really good job. They switch up their defenses consistently, but we were just ready for it tonight. You know, I don't think we did a bad job, you know, handling the ball. I think we only had 5 turnovers in the first half, maybe a few in the second half, and they're a very good team. So no matter how well prepared you are, you're going to turn it over a couple times. But it's just, if they turn it over, can we immediately flip the script and get right back on the defensive end and rebound the ball? And that's what we did tonight.
Talk about the combination against Duncan and Jack.
I'm sorry?
Talk about the combination against Duncan and Jack.
Find me a better one. Find me a better one. You know, I know there's a lot of good players out there. I'll take those 2 guys over anybody. You know, I've had them the last 3 years, and that's every year. You know, they got us here, those 2 guys. We have a lot of nice complementary pieces, but you know it's those 2 guys that do damage.
Finally, Gabe Copeland again comes through for you with big points tonight.
I've been speaking about Gabe the whole second half of the season. You know, rebounding, defensively, scoring the basketball. Gabe is just, he's not scared of the moment, and that is the biggest thing you need in a freshman. That is the biggest thing.